250 students at St. Michael High School in Niagara Falls have decided to spend their Friday night at school to break down the stigma associated with mental illness.
We really wanted to raise awareness, get people to know really the big issue behind the whole event. We wanted people to be aware of how many people really are dealing with mental illness. The whole mental illness never sleeps. That's why we chose the idea to stay awake and do other activities that involve people to not sleep, and we wanted everyone to get involved, really.
Now, can you tell us about some of the events that are taking place tonight?
There's a lot of sports events like basketball, dodgeball. Actually, one of the speakers that came to talk about that she had a mental illness, she was on Team Canada. She's coming to play floor hockey, so we're all, they're going to do it against the committees.
Was there a fundraising goal associated with tonight's event as well?
We wanted to raise money for Pathstone's mental health, so we ended up raising around $4,000.
Pathstone Mental Health is the regional provider of mental health services for children and youth, kids from birth to age 18. We serve the whole Niagara region, and we help kids primarily with things like depression and anxiety. And last year alone, we helped more than 4,000 kids around the region. So the kids here at St. Mike's, this is the demographic of kids that we're taking care of.
And what do you think of what the students have managed to pull off this evening?
I'm always impressed. I've noticed lately, this past couple of years, more and more students are doing events like this. This is the third school I've been to this month where students have been raising money for us. And what that says to me is that to their generation, this is an important issue, which to me is going to set them up for great things later on in life, because if they experience a problem, they're not going to be afraid to ask for help.
Why do you feel it is important to be involved with the children at this age, at this level of high school?
The statistics, I guess, are the obvious part. You're dealing with, around 1 in 5 students and 1 in 5 people in Canada these days dealing with mental illness. As somebody who lives with mental illness, I understand that there's just so many resources out there, and that was a long journey for me to learn, and a long journey for me to kind of find my place in recovery with mental illness. I think, as with anything in health, the sooner you can identify something, the more positive your chances are of recovery or of learning how to live with that.
Annalisa, can you tell us more about the Safe Talk training that you received?
So Safe Talk was to bring awareness about mental health around the community for our students like us to have other students be able to come and talk to us. And if we found that they had a problem, we could go and tell them, another teacher or a nurse, and just tell them, okay, they need help, and point them in the right direction.
Working with these students, they're totally amazing. They went over and beyond of what the expectations were of this project. They've took training, mental health awareness. They've done Safe Talk, and they're so enthusiastic about spreading the word that St. Mike's is a safe place to be, and that they can, help shatter the stigma in one way or another. Then they're going to try to do it.
And how do you find your peers have responded to the event so far tonight?
I think they're really excited to get to do these activities, but I think they also realize that it is a big issue around our community, a lot because from Kendra Fisher, what her speech was. So yeah, I hope that they're really aware of what's the big issue.
Through their fundraising efforts and participation in a 14-hour-long overnight event, students at St. Michael High School have managed to raise awareness about mental health and well-being among their peers. In Niagara Falls, reporting for The Source, I'm Katie Jones.